Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing my warm reviews. I did throw a bunch of stuff away when I wasn't really filming, and so this is just kind of what I've collected over the past couple months now. Some of these scents I don't remember, and I'll just say that. Some of them I do remember and they're memorable, but I think I can comment on like the performance, whether I thought it performed well or not. I am also too, what I'm going to do kind of going forward, I think I'll focus each week or melting week. I'm not sure if I'm going to do every 2 weeks or maybe every 3 weeks. It just depends on when I have time, honestly, or when I make the time, or when I feel like, I want to do it, make a video or whatever. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on, like today, for instance, I went rainbow melts heavy, and then also the Pharmacist's daughter. I went heavy on those two vendors because I made a small pre-order with rainbow melts, and I did make a ready to ship order with the Pharmacist's daughter. So I have like 3 pieces of rainbow melts left, and I would say, I just got the ready to ship order in, but before that I had maybe 1 piece of the Pharmacist's daughters left. So I melted through my stash. So that's what I want to do going forward, is if I make an order with someone, which I'm going to try really hard not to. But if I do, my goal is to trim that stash down before I make an order or whatever, or if I have one coming in or pre-order, whatever. So, but like I said, I went on like a seven month ban. So, like when I get back into it, I will probably be hauling just a little bit, but my goal still is, like today, I'm going to be in my wax closet cleaning it out, and that's going to help me see, okay, I have enough wax, probably don't need to order, I could cool it. So yeah, so I'm still sticking by what I said. So the first thing I just have 2 candles. So full disclosure, I have maybe like 1 or 2 candles left to warm, and then I don't have any more candles. I decided I don't want to add candles to my arsenal of stuff to have like smell goods in my house. I love fragrance things, but candles I don't enjoy. I just heard too much about like the sooting and like the smoke that you get on your walls and whatnot, and I don't want to clean my walls more than I have to. So the first one I have is Bath & Body Works PB&J. And this is fresh strawberry jam, toasted bread, crunchy peanut butter, drizzle of honey with essential oils. So this one is very unique. This one I got a nice burn from. You can see I still probably have more to burn, but honestly I was just kind of over it. I'm over the scent in general. This one is so interesting because it's not, like, it does not smell at all like you would think. A lot of you have probably smelled this by now. It was last year or the year before this came out. I think it was not this last summer, but the summer before, I feel like it came out. And it's got like I would say a toasted peanut smell. I don't really smell any jelly in there, and maybe a little bit of like floral honey. Not really sure. Yes, it's drizzle of honey and maybe a bready note, but this one is just so hard to try to describe to someone. So that's that. And then the next one I have, I really enjoyed this peach sugar cone. This one was really nice. I love the packaging on this. Like, I feel like this peach has like appeared so many places. Lush, and I saw a peach themed set at Walmart, like a whole line of stuff. It's crazy. So this is Juicy Peach, whipped praline, crunchy sugared cone with essential oils. So this one was a nice peach scent with a nice bakery backed up to it. It wasn't overly peach. Like the peach and the sugar cone scent, like that waffle cone, rounded each other out really nicely. Yeah, this one I really enjoyed. I still have a little bit more left in that one as well. You can kind of see it's getting a little black. I could have wiped that down, honestly. That's what I did try to do when I was melting, or not melting, but burning candles previously. So there we go. All right, let's do rainbow melts first. So this is the stack that I got through with rainbow melts, which is a pretty good stack here. So So we're just gonna go through these really fast. So I did a sample in pumpkin blueberry pancakes. There are the scent notes there: pumpkin, sweet blueberry, maple pancakes. This is really nice. I don't remember much about like the scent notes, but I do remember that it threw really well. Really quickly too, when I do these reviews on like one vendor or two vendors, however many I decide to do, I just want to talk about them really quick. So Rainbow Melts in general is, I would say, in my top 10. I like her, well, I haven't ordered in a while, but I do like her restock style. I like her ready to ships. I like her pre-orders. Her packaging also, like when you get a box from Rainbow Melt, it is going to be like super clean, super, like everything looks so good when you receive it. It's just, she takes a lot of care in packaging, and I just like her theme overall. I feel like her wax is pretty good. Now, with every vendor, there I have my favorite scents from her, and then some that I'm just like, it was okay. But that's with every vendor. So Warm Sweater is warm vanilla sugar, brown sugar fig, and clean cotton. This is when she did like a bar pre-order. This one I really like. I can really smell like, so I'm having a problem with clean cotton recently, like bothering me. So clean cotton in general kind of is a no-go for me, but this one is pretty good. I like this one okay. Just the clean cotton is kind of coming out for me, so I'm gonna try to finish this one out and call it a day with that one. Monster Munch. It is caramel corn, toasted marshmallow, and salty pretzel. This one is just what it says. I mean, there's nothing. This one isn't like a Circus Concession either. This has a lot of the same notes as Circus Concession, I think, if I remember correctly. But this one doesn't smell like a lot of Circus Concessions to me. I don't know. To me, it was a perfect blend. That's also the other thing too, is I found a lot of her melts were really well blended. You're going to need a bigger boat. This is Sweet Strawberries and Ocean Breeze. So this one is almost like a Jaws. If you know Jaws from Super Tarts, it kind of smells like that a little bit. But that Sweet Strawberry is almost like a strawberry juice scent. It's not any of those weird strawberries. It's just sweet, like strawberry juice. That one was really good. This one has been a favorite in the past. I think I'm getting kind of tired of like the Ocean Breeze scents though, because I feel like those show up a lot in the past for me. Coastal Mist is sweet citrus, salty air, juniper, sea moss, and teakwood. This one was so pretty. I would get this one again for sure. It was just, I don't know how to describe it. Again, this is one that I didn't really pay attention to, but I just knew that when I walked in the room, I was like, oh, this smells really nice. So Coastal Mist was a good one. Salt Life was another one. This one surprised me. I thought when I got this one that it was very heavy on the margarita scent, and that's why I thought I would like really like it, because I love margarita scents. This one, honestly though, was stronger on the ocean and like sea salt scent. I got a little bit of lime margarita, but it was more dominant on those ocean notes. So that one was kind of surprising. It wasn't bad. It was good. Cozy Cabin. This one I really liked. I don't remember much about it though. You can see all the scent notes there. It's got quite a bit going on, but this one was pretty. I'm trying to remember what it reminded me of, and this one was really good. I don't remember much about it. I had it in the bathroom, and so, you know, when I'm in and out of rooms, sometimes it's hard to remember like what's going on. Okay, zucchini jam. I think this is like 2 of the 3 pieces of Rainbow Melts I have left. Creamy zucchini strawberry jam filled donuts. So this one is one of her, probably maybe a bestseller. I'm not really sure. I know a lot of people like this one. This one's just good all around. I've been having a little bit of trouble with strawberries though. Again, sometimes I just don't, strawberry and me, like it has to be the right strawberry. Same with this one. This is sweet and crunchy tart filled with the best strawberry jam. There's another vendor who has I think it's Pop-Tarts and persimmon, and I love that one so much. So I thought maybe this would be similar, but it wasn't. It was the same thing with the strawberry, was just a little bit weird for me. It's just that one strawberry scent or oil. There's a few out there that are odd to me. And this one I wanted to save because I loved it so much. This is Wicked Wash. This is lavender, lemon, and blackberry jam. This one I really enjoyed. Linen sometimes I have to be careful with because sometimes they come off. I can't, they're headache inducing. So I have to be careful, but mixed with the blackberry jam, this was just really good. So I wanted to save this one because I loved it. So we're gonna save that for a special day, like when I'm in the kitchen a lot or something, I'm gonna use that one. Try to span it out a little bit before I use it all up. Okay, let's go into Pharmacist's Daughter. This is what I got through of hers. I got through quite a bit here. Now overall, so since this is kind of a new vendor to me, she had sent me a box of goodies and I'm just now getting through warming them, and I can say with pretty, like, I mean, unless she's changed her wax, which I don't really know. Here's a date on this one. So this is from 10/30/2019. These, like almost all of these performed phenomenal. So I would highly recommend checking out the Pharmacist's Daughter. Now, when I recommend her, I would say, since everyone is different and things are gonna warm differently in your house, just start with like a small order, check her out, see what she's got and see how she does for you. But in my house, this stuff did really amazing. I think she's got an awesome wax formula, and whatever she's doing over there, it seems to be working. So I actually have this one going right now. This is a softer scent, but I'm kind of glad it is, because sometimes pink sugar and iced lemon cookies can be way overbearing. This one is warming in my house now, so I haven't had like the full day to evaluate it, but right now I can smell it. It smells good. It's not overpowering. Great. This one took over the entire house. It was, I think it was looks like a Reese's cup. I cut it into 4 pieces, and then I put each piece into 2 warmers in my kitchen. The dog broke the 3rd one that I had in my kitchen and the 2 in my living room. This one was super strong. So this one reminds me of, it's maple bourbon, cranberry, and candied apples. This one reminded me so much of the Warrens from VCS. It was probably a little bit different than the Warrens. I don't really love like this type of scent, but for like, let's try that again. For October and November, this, I think a lot of people would really like this one if you like that Warrens type of scent. What is the Warrens? Ugh, shoot. Cider Lane? Yes, Cider Lane. Cider Lane-ish. Grapefruit and mint. This was another one that did really good. Now you have to like grapefruit to like this one. I feel like the grapefruit kind of really played like the star of the show in this one. This one was really nice though, another strong contender. Cranberry Collins, I know it's kind of weird. I have this going in the spare bathroom right now because I wanted to test it out before I started filming, but that one's going right now, another strong one. It is cranberry dominant. I'm not sure, I'm sure Cranberry Collins is a drink, I think. I'm not really sure, but you mostly get cranberry. You have to kind of like cranberry. I mean, I like this okay. It's kind of like a cranberry, it smells like a cranberry drink to me. Not liquor or anything like that. Like I'm not smelling liquor or anything like that. Why did I just deep breathe like that? Probably because I'm talking so fast. I need to slow down. We've got Pear Glace. Is that how you pronounce it? Oh gosh, here we go. Like if you guys know, yeah, I always struggle with pronouncing some things. Apple Sage and Prosecco. I don't even know if that's how you say that. This one I did in my bathroom yesterday, and this one I don't really know how to describe. I just know it smelled good, and it was a strong performer again. Just really pretty overall. You know how some scents, like nothing really stands out to you, it just smells like an overall good scent? That was it. So rosemary, mint, shave, and a haircut. So this one I really struggled with. I was like, oh man, I don't know if I can do shave and a haircut. I do not like shaving cream scents. I don't know why, I do not. But the rosemary mint kind of took the star of the show for this one. It was kind of the dominant scent note. So I was like, okay, maybe I can do this one. So the rosemary mint was like the dominant note. Then once the rosemary mint kind of died off, you could just kind of smell the base note of like what shave and a haircut would be. Now I find shave and a haircut to kind of be like a neutral scent. So you'd think I would like it. I feel like there's a lot of different shaving cream scents out there, but this one was okay. Like I was kind of surprised that I actually didn't hate that one. Another strong performer. Let's see. Oh, this one was really pretty. So this is pink sugar, vanilla buttercream, lavender. I loved this one. Oh my goodness. This one was so good. I think I did this in the kitchen and it was just another strong performer. Like her wax in general just did really good for me this week. I don't remember the exact scent notes that came out. I just remember that I liked that one. So there's that crunch berries and white currant. I loved this one. This is another one that went through my entire house. And yeah, it just, I mean, I don't know what to say about it. It was just, yeah, it was good. This one is pumpkin, gingerbread, and morning beignet. This is another good one as well. This is another one that I probably should have saved for like October, November, because those are like the kind of scents. I don't remember much about this one except I liked it and it was strong. And then this one was really pretty. Viva La Juicy Seagrass and Sand Dunes Pink Sugar. Now you have to excuse me because I don't venture out into fragrance like Sephora. Like I haven't been through a Sephora fragrance department in a long time. So I don't know that I've ever even smelled Viva La Juicy. And if I have, I don't remember what it smells like. But this one was really pretty. Just the whole like scent profile of this one. I don't even know. I can't tell you what I smelled in here. I can just tell you that the whole scent was like really pretty. Kind of fruity. You really could smell that seagrass and sand dunes. She sent me a lotion in that, and that was just a really pretty scent. Loved that one. So that was another, whoa, oh, dang it. That one dropped way underneath my desk, so not going for that one. So yeah, so that was Pharmacist's Daughter. I highly recommend her stuff. It, like for me, when I not test out wax, but when I'm like warming a new vendor, sometimes it's hard for me because I don't know, like I feel like after you've had like a relationship with a vendor for a while, you kind of know their wax. So I really didn't know what to expect. But I can say that I was like truly surprised that like a lot of her stuff, well, everything, I would say maybe there was like one thing that was a little bit lighter than everything else, but everything else was really strong. Like I said, I think she's got a good wax formula going on. So yeah, definitely recommend. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull from my little bucket here. We don't have much, but so Chrissy's Remains is Jaws and Cotton Candy. So I know a lot of people like the Jaws scents. Some of you guys don't actually, but I am kind of over the Jaws scents. I don't know why. Like I pulled this out because I was like, oh, I was like wanted to feel nostalgic, and I was just kind of like, my husband definitely doesn't like the Jaws scents. So I don't know. Yeah, I have a lot of Jaws scents though. I do like Amity Island though still. I feel like the Rosemary Mitten, that one kind of makes it better. Can't remember if, I think this is Thanos. Thanos, right? Ah, geez. I usually try to look these things up before I mispronounce them, but whatever. This is Midnight Lavender and Whipped Cream. I think Midnight Lavender, now that I think about it, I think it's supposed to be Twilight from Lush, and Whipped Cream. This one was really pretty. I liked this one a lot. I don't remember much about it. It's very strong on the herbal notes, the herbal lavender. And I think the whipped cream just probably rounds it out and probably makes that Twilight a little bit less herbal and strong. So I liked that one. Tina, now I don't remember much about this one except that I did like it. This sounds so like crazy. Grapefruit, earthy moss, vanilla musk, and golden amber. Why is it so bright in here? Holy crap. Okay, grapefruit, earthy moss, vanilla musk, golden amber. I think what I really liked is the golden amber in there. Ambers can be different. This one is not strong on that grapefruit either. It's a lot of, I feel like it's a lot of amber. This one was just really pretty, kind of almost maybe a unisex scent. I would say if you've never tried Tina, give it a try and see. It really changes on warm. And I'm sorry that I don't really remember it either. Genie, this one, so this is Crisp Fall Air, Cedar, Coconut, Teakwood, and Sage. I would say on this one, I didn't love this one. There was a note in here that just kept popping out at me when I would like walk in the room. I think it was, I feel like it was the coconut. Maybe it was the sage. There is definitely something funky in this one that just kept like, it just, I could smell it every time I walked in the room, and I was like, oh no. I think it was the coconut. I think it was one of those like real coconut smells, you know, like an actual real coconut, not like a sweet coconut or bakery coconut or anything, but something in Genie just kept popping out at me. I did not like it. Maybe one of you that have warmed Genie know what I'm talking about and can help me out here, because I'm at a loss. Okay, Solo, I loved this one. This one is a really good one. Pheromones, tangerine, and sandalwood. So, hold on. Okay, when I started filming, it was really dark in here, and now it's getting brighter because this is like one of the brightest rooms in the house. So I needed to turn my exposure down. So pheromones, tangerine, and sandalwood. Now I don't know if I've ever had a pheromone scent. I feel like it's kind of a unisex scent, or at least that's how I perceive. The tangerine and sandalwood are really nice mixed together. This whole scent was just so good. I really liked Solo. I think my husband did too, so that would be a definite repurchase. Fairy Years. So this one was like peach liquor. I think it was cranberry and like tangerines. I didn't write scent notes down for this one, so I could really smell the peach liquor in this one. I was like, I walked in I had this, it was a sample from the bathing garden. I walked into my bathroom and I was like, what is this? Because it was just like really fruity. It was okay, but I didn't really like that peach liquor scent. It was, I mean, if you like peach liquor, you would probably like that one. So from Teddy Bees, I am steadily warming through my Teddy Bees. I have like half a basket full. I don't have much. So this is one that I had picked out while I was warming things. This is Cotton Candy Fizzy Cakes. This is Birthday Cake, Cotton Candy, Guava, and Fizzy Citrus. These clamshells are huge that she does. I don't know if she still does these. This is her older wax formula. It was a softer version. I think she changed it. It's been so long, I don't even know. But this one is a sweet, like a fizzy soda with a sweetness to it. So this one was really pretty. I enjoyed this one. It's not one that I would like definitely repurchase, but it's nice for what it is. Teddy Bees has always been really strong for me as well. Also from Teddy Bees, I finished up a bag of Pink Moon. This is pink sugar, sweet lavender, the smell of rain, bruised flowers, and crushed apple blossoms. This one was just a pretty girly scent. I don't remember much about it because I just had a few pieces of it left, so I was just trying to finish it up, but I would probably get this one again if I was looking for something pretty. From Semo Wax, I have Baby Bee Buttermilk, and this smells exactly like the Burt's Bees Buttermilk Lotion. This is nostalgic for me because I used to buy this for my daughter when she was younger, and I always loved like the Burt's Bees line. So Baby Bee Buttermilk, this is very strong. I use half a washboard. I think those are what those are. I always think they're shutters too. You can kind of see like a shutter type situation, but they're washboards. So this one, I did half a washboard in the bathroom, and it like was strong all day. This one did really well. I love this scent. My daughter did not though. Oh, it just smells exactly like the lotion. If you ever had the Burt's Bees, love that scent. So let's see, I only have one from Empire Alchemy, I think. So this was a sample in lavender linen. I don't remember much about this one except, gosh, you know what? I don't even remember how it did. I put it in my bathroom because it was a smaller piece, but I think it did okay. I'm gonna get into my Empire Alchemy like later on down the road. I'm gonna do like a full week of Empire Alchemy and see how it goes. So I do have some more Super Tarts here, and then I have a few from Destination Wax. So Happy Birthday, this is classic. This is fluffy, I can't even read that. Fluffy buttercream icing, sweet strawberry filling, and white birthday cake. I should already know that anyways, but Happy Birthday is great to mix with Rain. You can mix it with any bakery scents. Rain is a really good one though. I really like mixing it with like Rain. You can mix it with like, what else? I don't know, all kinds of things. I can't think right now. But I know in the past she's mixed it with Rain and a couple other things. This one is really good. I do enjoy this one. I like the strawberry note in this one. It's one that I can handle. So yeah, that one's a good one. Very Good Cookie. I've always liked this one, but for some reason this time I just wasn't on board. Like, my scent preferences change all the time. Houseberry Scent and Sweet Sugar Cookie. This one is, it's just good. Like, I don't know that I would need to like get it in a BAM bag or anything, but a Sugar Biscuit. This is cotton candy, buttercream, whipped cream, vanilla bean biscuits. This one I really liked. This one was really pretty through, well, not pretty, but bakery pretty, if that's even a thing. The bready note, like the biscuits, is really strong in here. Well, not like a French baguette strong or bread strong, but you can smell it. When it's warming, it's not so prominent. I think a lot of people would like this one. It's just a generic bakery scent. Logan, we have to talk about this one. So this is cologne, amber, clove, and driftwood. Whew, this one is strong. Go easy on this one. Do not overdo it. I tried 2 cubes in our bedroom and that was a huge mistake. The clove in this one is really, oh gosh, I just lost some wax on the floor. Yeah, this one, the clove almost kills it for me. I kind of wish that clove was a little bit lighter in there, but you know, it's okay. I don't think I would get this one again because of the clove. The clove is a little too much. If you like clove scents though, you'd probably like that one. Dobby, I don't remember what's in this one. What is it, like ocean, a sock, and something else. I can't remember. This one I didn't used to love that much, and now I did. I remember when I warmed it, I did like it. I was kind of just revisiting this one because I think the first time I warmed it, it was just okay. I don't know, I would get this one again if it came in a clamshell. So all of Super Tarts is always very strong. I never have any problem with Super Tarts in general, so there's that. Let's see, Destination Wax. Okay, so there's a few in here that kind of really surprised me. Let's talk about Cinnamon Raisin Bread. So this one I was like not even sure that I was gonna like. So this is warm raisin bread swirled with cinnamon right out of the oven. This was so good. This actually smelled like cinnamon raisin bread. I was like taken aback for a second because I was like, wow, this is really good. Destination Wax for me has been pretty strong. When I first bought Destination Wax like a long time ago, it didn't perform well for me, and now I think she might have mixed up her formula, or no, I think she started adding more oils to her wax, and it has definitely changed the performance for me. So I don't think she's opening though for a little bit. I think her next opening is in like June. So, but that's, I guess for those of us that are trying to be careful with buying, that's a good thing. So Cinnamon Raisin Bread, I would definitely get this one again. This was like, if you wanted your house to smell like cinnamon raisin bread, this would do it. I mean, it was so good. You could smell like even like a little bit of butter. Ah, good stuff. Okay, Rosewater Lemonade. I did not like this on cold, but on warm, it completely opened up and transformed. It was so good. A fanciful blend of rosewater and sweet lemonade. The lemonade really came out on this one. It was like a tangy. See, now when I smell it in the cup, I'm like, ugh, no. It's too much floral. That rosewater is just really floral. But on warm, it just completely transformed. I don't remember like it that much. I just remember that I really liked it on warm. I remember the lemonade really came out and that floral wasn't as strong as it was on cold. Sultana is the dupe from Lush. So, oh yeah, it says right there, compared to Lush. Fruit, floral, bergamot, apricot rose, blackcurrant, strawberry jasmine, musk, essential oils. So this one, Sultana, if you've ever smelled it from Lush, it smells just like it. Gosh, this brings back so many like Lush memories. I smell bath bomb in there. I feel like I feel like Sultana was a bath bomb, but they had a different name for it and I can't think of what it is. Gosh, what was that? Okay, anyways, this one was just a really pretty, if you know Sultana, you'll know the scent. It's really hard to explain because it's, you know, it's pretty complex. This one also, I don't remember that much, but I do remember I liked it. This is sugared amber and plum. This was a sample. This is rich plums, sugared amber, cashmere musk, and a spike of candied citron. And this one, I don't remember much about the scent. I just remember I liked it and it was strong. Now I warmed this one in the bathroom. Gosh, yeah, I don't remember this one at all. I do remember that I would get this one again. Actually, I think all of these except for Sultana, because I just honestly prefer Sultana in a soap. So yeah, but so yeah, this one was good. The rosewater lemonade, I would definitely get it again, and the same with the cinnamon raisin bread. So there is that. Okay, so that's the end of the wax part. I'm gonna start adding just like a couple things at the end of like the video if like you're interested. If you're a makeup skincare person, I'm gonna start throwing in some empties that I have repurchased, just because I feel like when you watch makeup beauty people, sometimes it's hard to know like if they buy like 10 foundations over like the course of 3 months and they say everyone is good, or you know, most of them are good, it's hard to know like what would they repurchase, you know, because there's always something new coming out. So I wanted to share some things that I have finished up and that I repurchased like this month. So the first thing I finished is this Drunk Elephant. This is Slay Makeup Melting Butter Cleanser. Now this is kind of more on the pricey side. The smell of this is not the greatest. I've seen people comment about the smell of this. You can see I have completely emptied that bad boy out. And the smell is it kind of has, I enjoy the smell of it now that I've used it, but it definitely has a interesting smell. This takes off all of your makeup. Like I rub this all over my face. You can put it on your eyes. It doesn't burn my eyes, which is crazy. Like you can really get in there and put it all over like your eyelashes and it does not burn at all. It's got a little magnetic scoop on the top. Love that. So this is, yeah, I bought another one. I have another one all ready to go because I finished this one and I loved it so much that I was like, I'm gonna keep using this. So I love that. It goes on really easy. It doesn't break me out. It comes off like with a makeup eraser really well. So the second thing that I have repurchased that I finished up and I absolutely love, I cannot go a day without using this. This is the Ordinary Buffet. Now this is a more reasonably priced product. I don't know what it is about this, but I put this on like right after I get out of the shower before I put on makeup, and it gives me just a nice base to lay my makeup down on. Like I let this sink in and then I put my moisturizer over. I do like my retinol eye cream, and then yeah, that's how I use this. So this is like my first step when I'm getting ready in the morning. Love Buffet. It feels like it hydrates your skin a little bit. There's all kinds of good things in here. I cannot remember what all is in here, but you can go look it up. They sell it at Sephora and then also on the Ordinary site, which I think is just, I don't know what the site is. This also, it's the last thing. This is the Flash Cat Eye Black Eyeliner from L'Oreal. This is the second one I've purchased. This lasted me a really long time. I will continue to repurchase this. This is one of the least expensive eyeliners that actually works. So I love this. This little thing on the edge is supposed to help you do your winged liner. I actually don't use this anymore. I did at first because I was trying to perfect my wing eyeliner, but I think I have it down now. But yeah, my last one started leaking and I think I had it for about 2 years. Maybe less, I don't remember. Maybe it was 1.5 years, but it started leaking. And so I was like, okay, but I didn't know that it was running low. So yeah, this is just really good. It goes on like super dark black and you put it on and it does not budge. Like when I take my makeup off at the end of the night, this is like, I really have to go in and kind of scrub this off. Like it does not budge. So this I would definitely try out if you're looking for a good, inexpensive black eyeliner. Well, I wouldn't even say this is inexpensive. Even drugstore brands have gotten really expensive, like when you're talking about makeup. So yeah, definitely give this a try. I think they have it in brown too. I've never tried it in brown, which I should, because I know brown can be good for, you know, sometimes for a change up. So that's that. All right, that is it. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's been a long time, so I feel like I'm way out of practice, but this is what I got through. I'm pretty happy with the empties that I got here. You can't see them all, but if we just kind of scan around here, you can kind of see. But yeah, so that is my empties. So yeah, now I'm gonna go through my wax closet today and kind of go through some stuff and see what I can rearrange, what I'm gonna focus on for next week. So yeah, all right, that's it, you guys. I hope you guys are all doing well, and let me know what you have warmed this week that you really enjoyed. Yeah, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye guys.